Welcome back to World Mysteries. Today, we're venturing deep into the heart of ancient Egypt, where the golden sands of the desert hide secrets that have captivated humanity for millennia. Picture yourself standing before the towering pyramids, their stone faces whispering tales of forgotten kings, lost technologies, and perhaps even visitors from beyond the stars. From a chilling painting that hints at extraterrestrial encounters to hidden chambers sealed for thousands of years, from artifacts that defy modern understanding to cosmic alignments that challenge history itself. These are the enigmas that keep us awake at night. Join us on a thrilling journey through 18 of ancient Egypt's most baffling mysteries, each more astonishing than the last. Will we uncover the truth, or will the sands keep their secrets forever? Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to dive deeper into the unknown with us. Let's begin this epic adventure. 1. A terrifying pyramid painting. A queen's encounter with an alien? Imagine stepping into a dark, damp chamber deep within a pyramid near Saqqara. The air is heavy, thick with the weight of centuries. Your torch flickers, casting eerie shadows on the stone walls, and then you see it, a painting unlike any other in Egypt. A regal queen, adorned with a golden crown and flowing white robes, stands face to face with a being that defies explanation. It's tall, impossibly slender, with gray metallic skin, an elongated skull, and massive black eyes that seem to pierce through time itself. They're so close, their faces mere inches apart, as if sharing a moment of profound significance. A secret, perhaps, meant only for the gods. This discovery, unearthed in recent years, has sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. Unlike the stylized art of pharaohs and deities, this painting feels personal, almost intimate. The queen's expression is unreadable. Is it awe, reverence, or fear? The alien-like figure, with its otherworldly features, doesn't appear in any known Egyptian mythology. Could this be a coded depiction of a divine encounter, a myth lost to history? Or is it something far more radical, evidence of contact with extraterrestrial beings? Egypt's history is riddled with strange carvings, from helicopter-like glyphs at Abydos to the so-called Dendera light. But this painting stands apart, its emotional intensity pulling us into a mystery that feels alive, almost urgent. What did this queen know? And why was this image hidden in the depths of a pyramid? As we ponder this unsettling scene, another ancient artifact beckons, one that's puzzled scholars for centuries. Number 2. The Narmer Palette, a tale of power or a darker truth. In the dimly lit halls of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo rests a relic from the dawn of civilization. The Narmer Palette, a dark green schist slab over 5,000 years old. At first glance, it's a ceremonial object, but its carvings tell a story that's anything but simple. On one side, King Narmer, the unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt, stands tall, wearing the white crown of the south. On the other, he dons the red crown of the north. Surrounding him are scenes of raw power. Bound beasts with twisted necks, headless bodies with limbs grotesquely rearranged, and a towering bull smashing through a city wall, its horns lowered in fury. This palette, discovered in 1898 at Hierakonpolis, is often hailed as evidence of Egypt's unification around 3100 BC. But the details raise troubling questions. Why such brutal imagery? The bound creatures, with their long necks intertwined, are unlike any known animals. Are they symbols of peace, chaos, or something else entirely? The hieroglyphs, including a catfish and chisel spelling Narmer's name, add to the enigma. Some scholars argue it's propaganda, glorifying Narmer's conquests. Others see it as a ritual object, encoding a deeper narrative about order triumphing over chaos. Yet the violence depicted feels almost too deliberate, as if hiding a darker truth. Could the palette commemorate a forgotten conflict, or even an encounter with forces beyond Egypt? Its secrets remain locked in stone, urging us to look further. Let's journey now to the cliffs of Middle Egypt, where another mystery awaits. Number 3. The tombs of Beni Hassan. Strangers in a strange land. Picture the sun-scorched cliffs of Middle Egypt, where the tombs of Beni Hassan lie carved into the rock, their entrances like silent mouths to the past. Dating back over 4,000 years to the Middle Kingdom, these tombs hold secrets that defy easy answers. Inside the tomb of Khnumhotep II, a nobleman from the 12th dynasty, vibrant wall paintings depict a procession of foreigners, possibly Semitic traders or Bedouin nomads, bearing gifts for Egypt. Their colorful robes, adorned with red, blue, and yellow geometric patterns, contrast sharply with the linen kilts of the Egyptians. Their hairstyles, braided or curled, and their lighter skin tones mark them as outsiders. They carry pottery, bronze weapons, and even goats, marching in a formal yet strangely personal procession. Who were these people? Allies offering tribute? Enemies disguised as friends? Some speculate they were early Hyksos, a group that would later conquer Egypt. Nearby tombs deepen the mystery, showing foreign warriors wielding curved swords, hunters with unfamiliar bows, and families with children and livestock. These scenes, painted with meticulous care, were meant to endure for eternity. Were they a record of trade routes spanning the ancient world? A warning about outsiders encroaching on Egypt's borders? Or perhaps a celebration of cultural exchange? The figure's eyes seem to follow you, as if daring you to uncover their story. As we linger on their silent gazes, another discovery pulls us to the sands of Saqqara. 4. The Book of the Dead Scroll. Who was Amos? In 2022, archaeologists at Saqqara unearthed a treasure that sent ripples through the world of Egyptology. A 52-foot-long Book of the Dead Scroll, the first complete one found in over a century. This papyrus, dating to around 300 BC, belonged to a man named Amos, a figure shrouded in mystery. Written in flowing hieratic script, the scroll repeats Amos's name over 260 times, an obsession that feels almost desperate. Its pages are adorned with vivid illustrations, the god Osiris on his throne, the weighing of the heart against the feather of Ma'at, and the monstrous Ammit, part crocodile, part lion, waiting to devour unworthy souls. The Book of the Dead was a guide for the afterlife, filled with spells to navigate the underworld's perils. But why was Amos's scroll so massive, so meticulously crafted? Who was he? A priest, a noble, or a member of a secret cult? The repetition of his name suggests a fear of being forgotten, a need to anchor his soul in eternity. The scroll's images are haunting: demons with knives, serpents with glowing eyes, and cryptic symbols that hint at rituals we don't fully understand. Some scholars believe the scroll's structure hides a coded message, perhaps tied to a lost esoteric tradition. Others argue it was a personal plea for immortality. As we unroll this ancient guide, its secrets only deepen, leading us to another artwork that's far more than it seems. 5. Mena's hunting scene, a code for eternity. Step into the tomb of Mena, a high official from the Old Kingdom, where a 3,000-year-old wall painting captures a moment frozen in time. At first glance, it's a simple scene. Mena stands on a slender reed boat, spear in hand, hunting birds in a lush marsh. His wife and children stand nearby, their linen robes flowing in an unseen breeze. Papyrus reeds sway, lotus flowers bloom, and ducks take flight, their wings catching the light. But in ancient Egypt, nothing is ever just what it appears. The marsh, in Egyptian cosmology, was the waters of creation, the primordial source of life. The birds Mena hunts symbolize chaos, and his act of capturing them restores cosmic order. Every detail, the lotus flowers, the ducks, the precise folds of the robes carries meaning. Some see sensuality in the figure's poses, hinting at fertility or rebirth. Others detect a ritualistic power, as if Mena's hunt was a magical act to ensure his soul's journey. The painting's colors, vibrant even after millennia, seem to pulse with life. Could this be a memory of a real hunt, a symbolic spell for the afterlife, or a coded message about the balance of existence? As we gaze at Mena's serene face, another ancient artwork calls us to a lost world. 6. Tadrart, Acacus rock art, memories of a green Sahara. Let's leave Egypt for a moment and travel to the Acacus Mountains in Libya, where the Sahara's red cliffs hold a gallery of 14,000-year-old rock art. These paintings and carvings reveal a Sahara we can scarcely imagine, a lush, green paradise of lakes, rivers, and savannas. Giraffes stretch their necks to nibble acacia trees, elephants lumber across grasslands, and cattle graze beside shimmering waters. Human figures dance in vibrant scenes, wearing grass skirts and feathered headdresses, their arms raised in joy or ritual. Discovered in the 1950s, this art tells of a time when the Sahara was a cradle of life, not a barren wasteland. Chemical traces of milk fat dating back 7,500 years suggest these were among Earth's first pastoral communities. But how did they survive the catastrophic climate shift that turned their paradise into a desert? Were these images nostalgic memories, sacred rituals to summon rain, or warnings of a fragile world? The figures seem to move in the flickering light, their stories etched in stone yet fading under erosion and human interference. As we marvel at this lost Eden, the sands of Egypt call us back to a pyramid that never was. 7. The Lost Pyramid of Abu Rawash. Just miles from Giza, in the desolate expanse of Abu Rawash, lie the ruins of a forgotten pyramid. Built for Jedefre, son of Khufu, this structure was once a marvel, perched on a natural hill to rival its Giza cousins. Today, it's a field of rubble, its stones scattered like the bones of a fallen giant. For decades, archaeologists assumed it was never completed, but recent evidence tells a different story. The pyramid was finished, its chambers carved deep into the bedrock, an unusual design that saved materials but left it vulnerable. What destroyed it? Some point to Roman quarrying, as the empire plundered Egypt's monuments for stone. Others suggest an act of ancient vengeance, perhaps during Persian invasions or a power struggle among pharaohs. Tool marks on the remaining blocks hint at advanced techniques, possibly mechanical saws, far beyond the copper tools of the time. The pyramid's ancient name, Starry Sky, evokes a cosmic connection, yet its ruin feels like a deliberate erasure. Standing among the debris, you can almost hear the echoes of its builders, their ambitions lost to time. This mystery of destruction leads us to the greatest architectural enigma of all. 8. How was the Great Pyramid of Giza built? The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to human ingenuity, or perhaps something more. Constructed around 2600 BC for Pharaoh Khufu, it comprises 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons. Limestone was quarried from the Giza Plateau, granite hauled from Aswan 500 miles away, and white casing stones floated from Tura across the Nile. The logistics alone are staggering. How did a civilization without iron tools or the wheel transport and lift these colossal blocks to heights of nearly 500 feet? Theories abound. Some propose spiral ramps winding around the pyramid. Others envision a single massive ramp stretching into the desert. Yet no definitive evidence confirms either. The workers, surprisingly, were not slaves but skilled laborers, housed in barracks with bakeries and medical facilities. Papyrus records like the Diary of Merer describe boats moving stones along the Nile, but the final act of construction, stacking blocks with pinpoint precision, remains a puzzle. Was it sheer manpower, ingenious engineering, or a lost technique we can't fathom? The pyramid's perfect alignment to the cardinal points and its mathematical precision hint at knowledge far beyond its time. As we marvel at this wonder, a mystery within its walls demands our attention. 9. The Missing Mummy of Khufu. Deep inside the Great Pyramid, the king's chamber holds a stark enigma, an empty red granite sarcophagus. No mummy, no treasures, no inscriptions, just silence. Built to house Pharaoh Khufu, the pyramid was sealed to protect his eternal rest, yet his body is gone. Was the tomb plundered in antiquity, its riches stolen by daring thieves? Or was Khufu buried elsewhere, perhaps due to political intrigue or structural flaws? Recent scans using muon radiography have revealed a potential hidden chamber beneath the queen's chamber, a void untouched for millennia. Could it hold Khufu's true resting place? Cracks in the granite beams, patched with ancient plaster, suggest construction errors that may have forced a change in plans. Yet Egyptian authorities have barred further exploration, leaving the mystery tantalizingly out of reach. The empty sarcophagus seems to mock us, its silence louder than any hieroglyph. As we linger in the shadows of Khufu's tomb, another strange carving draws us to Dendera. 10. The Dendera light bulb, a glimpse of ancient tech. In the ancient Hathor temple at Dendera, a carving stops you in your tracks. Etched into the stone is an object resembling a giant light bulb, a bulbous shape with a coiled snake inside, connected to a thick cable-like base. A priest in a white robe holds it reverently, surrounded by lotus flowers and sacred symbols. Engineers have recreated this design, and astonishingly, it glows when powered. Could the Egyptians have harnessed electricity 2,000 years ago? Egyptologists insist it's a symbolic depiction of creation, with the snake representing life emerging from a lotus. Yet the precision, the cable, the filament-like snake, the bulb's shape, feels eerily modern. No wires or batteries have been found, but the carving's detail raises questions. Was this a mythological scene, a ritual object, or evidence of a lost technology? The temple's flickering torchlight seems to dance across the carving, as if daring us to uncover its truth. This technological puzzle leads us to another enduring symbol of Egypt. 11. The Sphinx, a timeless enigma. The Great Sphinx gazes eastward, its lion body and human face a silent guardian of Giza's plateau. Traditionally attributed to Pharaoh Khafre around 2550 BC, it stands 6 feet tall, carved from a single limestone outcrop. Yet its origins are far from certain. Deep weathering marks on its body suggest exposure to heavy rainfall, impossible in Giza since before 5000 BC. Geologists like Robert Schoch propose the Sphinx could date to 10,000 BC or earlier, predating Egypt's known civilization. Was the Sphinx's head, thought to resemble Khafre, recarved from an older monument? Its disproportionate size compared to the body supports this theory. The nearby Sphinx temple, left unfinished, adds to the mystery. Was it built by a lost culture, later claimed by the pharaohs? The Sphinx's silent stare seems to challenge our understanding of history, urging us to look deeper. And deeper we go, into the heart of the Great Pyramid itself. 12. Secret chambers in the Great Pyramid. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project made a stunning discovery. A 100-foot-long void above the Grand Gallery, sealed since the pyramid's construction. In 2023, a narrow corridor near the main entrance was found, hidden behind a chevron-shaped structure. These voids are no accidents. They were designed with purpose. But what? A hidden tomb for Khufu? A symbolic passage to the afterlife? Or a structural feature to relieve the pyramid's weight? The chambers remain unexplored, their contents a matter of speculation. Muon scans suggest the larger void could be as grand as the king's chamber, yet accessing it risks damaging the pyramid. The silence of these spaces is deafening, each stone a piece of a puzzle we can't yet solve. As we ponder these hidden rooms, another queen's mystery calls us to the Valley of the Kings. 13. Nefertiti's tomb. Hidden in plain sight, Queen Nefertiti, the iconic beauty of the 18th dynasty, remains an enigma. Her tomb has never been found, but in 2015 Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves proposed a radical theory. High-resolution scans of Tutankhamun's tomb revealed anomalies in the walls. Possible sealed doorways. Could Tut's tomb, hastily prepared after his sudden death, have been built for Nefertiti, with her chamber hidden behind a false wall? Radar scans have produced mixed results, and excavation is on hold. If Nefertiti lies within, her discovery could rewrite history, revealing new insights into the Amarna period. Her famous bust, with its serene yet commanding gaze, seems to taunt us with her whereabouts. As we search for her, another artifact suggests Egypt's mysteries reach to the skies. 14. The Saqqara Bird, a model of flight. In a dusty chamber at Saqqara, archaeologists found a small wooden object, dubbed the Saqqara Bird. Carved from sycamore around 200 BC, it has flat wings, no legs, and a squared tail, resembling a modern glider more than a bird. When tested, a replica flew, its aerodynamic design defying expectations. Did the Egyptians understand the principles of flight? Some dismiss it as a toy or ritual object, perhaps linked to the god Horus, the falcon of the sky. Yet its precision, balanced wings, a streamlined body, suggests more than child's play. Was it a model for a larger craft, a ceremonial symbol, or a glimpse of lost knowledge? The bird's silent wings carry us to another underground marvel. 15. The Saqqara Serapeum, tombs of impossible precision. Beneath Saqqara's sands lies the Serapeum, a labyrinth of tunnels housing over 20 granite sarcophagi, each weighing up to 62 tons. Built for the sacred Apis bulls, these coffins are engineering marvels. 90-degree angles, surfaces polished to a mirror finish, and lids fitted with uncanny precision. Copper tools from 2500 BC couldn't achieve such results, yet the sarcophagi stand as proof of an unknown technique. Strangely, some coffins are empty, raising questions about their true purpose. Were they symbolic, meant to house divine essences rather than bodies? How were these massive stones moved through narrow tunnels? The Serapeum's silence is oppressive, its perfection a challenge to our understanding. This feat of engineering leads us to another unfinished monument. 16. The unfinished obelisk of Aswan. In Aswan's quarry lies a 137-foot, 1 to 100-ton obelisk, abandoned mid-creation. Likely commissioned by Queen Hatshepsut, it was meant to be the largest of its kind, a towering symbol of divine power. A crack in the granite halted its completion, leaving it attached to the bedrock. Tool marks reveal advanced quarrying techniques, with workers using dolerite balls to pound the stone. But how would they have lifted or transported it? The obelisk's scale is staggering, its ambition almost reckless. Was it abandoned due to a flaw, or did political upheaval play a role? Standing beside it, you feel the weight of Egypt's dreams, etched in stone but never realized. This monument to ambition brings us to another ancient art. 17. Mummification, the art of ancient chemistry. The Egyptians' ability to preserve bodies for millennia is nothing short of miraculous. Using animal fats, beeswax, and resins from as far as Southeast Asia, they crafted mummies that look eerily lifelike. Pistachio resin coated the head, cedar oil mixed with fat preserved the body, and natron salt dried the flesh. The precision of their recipes without modern chemistry suggests a deep understanding of materials. Each mummy was a work of art, a vessel for the soul's journey. Priests performed rituals in sacred chambers, chanting spells as incense filled the air. How did they source exotic resins across vast trade networks? Was their knowledge purely practical, or did it tap into a lost science? The mummy's silent faces hold the answers, leading us to a final cosmic mystery. 18. The Pyramids in Orion's Belt, a cosmic map? Look to the stars above Giza. In 1983, Robert Bauval proposed a stunning theory. The three Giza pyramids mirror Orion's belt, the constellation tied to Osiris, god of rebirth. The alignment is uncanny. The pyramid's positions match the stars Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, even accounting for the smallest pyramid's slight offset. Could this be a deliberate design, a map to the heavens? Some argue it's a coincidence, but the pyramid's precise orientation to the cardinal points and their mathematical proportions suggest intent. Bauval's theory places their design in 10,500 BC, hinting at a lost civilization. Standing beneath Giza's starry sky, you feel the weight of this cosmic connection, a bridge between Earth and eternity. These 18 mysteries are more than relics of a distant past. They're challenges to our understanding of history, technology, and the human spirit. Were the ancient Egyptians guided by forgotten knowledge, divine inspiration, or even visitors from the stars? From the haunting pyramid painting to the cosmic alignment of Giza, each enigma pulls us deeper into the unknown. What do you believe? Mythology, lost science, or something beyond? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for more journeys into the heart of mystery. We'll see you next time in the shadows of the desert secrets.